May Valentine's week, if you will, from your ladies here at GAW TV. As you can see, we're feeling in the spirit. We got our pinks and our reds on. Lisa, I still have my happy birthday hat on here from last week's episode. Love you so much. While you guys are here, make sure you do us a flav. Hit that like button. Flav, that's you, Val. I learned that from you. Do us a bit, hit that like button, subscribe today so you never miss an episode, because let's face it, we're amazing. You want to spend your Wednesdays with us, don't you?
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely. Amen.
I do.
Comments down there in the comment section. Tell us how great we are, how much you love the show. We are now at 10,000 subscribers. And that is something to hit that notification bell on.
Ooh. Yes, I'm late. 10K.
It's a reason to celebrate. We've been celebrating since your birthday. Now it's Valentine's Day. I'm really excited. I'm really excited, you guys.
I am too. I love a good SoCal Valentine's Day. That's the final time I'll use it. One and done. That's what I did.
Good there.
That's good.
Where's the spoon? I love Valentine's Day.
Bastard.
This is actually more like a Galentine's Day, if you will, because we have a fabulous guest. But we want to remind you that if you want to support our show on patreon.com/GawTV, it would be greatly appreciated. And we have new perks every single month. You can look through different tiers and see what suits you best. But of course, we recommend the top tier, the top gorgeous tier, ladies, because you get the best perks, including last week we had a top tier chat for Lisa's birthday. It was her 50 onesie. And after the show premiered, we all went live on Zoom and all of our top tiers were there. We had such a great time.
So much
fun. The best birthday ever. The best birthday ever. I'm telling you guys. My
More
poor
perks
liver.
to come. Make sure that you're joining Patreon to get all of those behind the scene perks. So much fun.
That was so fun. And we haven't done that in a while. So
I know.
Just for your birthday, sis.
I know, and I appreciate it. And I thank you for my gift here. You were like, open it now. I go, do you want me to film it? Do you want me to film it?
No.
And
it's gonna match.
Look, what Mickie sent me for my birthday. Earphones.
Valentine's red.
Red, because it's your favorite color. And then I figured, well, if you ever have to wear headphones, you know how sometimes you'll do podcasts and you have to wear headphones. It's gonna match your whole back, your rice cooker, your microwave, your kettle,
my air fryer. My air fryer.
That's what it is. I thought it was a rice cooker.
That's the air fryer. I do have a rice cooker, but I need to get red. But and it also matched my outfit that I'm gonna be wearing at WrestleCon. All three of us. You like that transition, girls?
I did. I like
all three of us will be together. I think the event is sponsored by Legacy Subs, of course, and all the details are down there. You can pre-order our pictures, and description will be below. We're so excited. We love doing our show together, because you never know what's going to happen with all three of us.
Yeah. Huge shout out to Simple Ticks, because that's really cool that we can pre-sell all of these meet and greets and stuff for Dallas there. I'm very excited. So we're going to all be together. We're going to be doing WrestleMania. WrestleMania week from WrestleCon, the whole thing, all the details for that coming to support Tag Me In. We're going to be doing special photo ops with just the three of us that you can get there at WrestleCon.
Yeah, WrestleCon's amazing too, by the way. Really great group of people, and we're just excited. Like Lisa said, it's one thing to be virtual and to see you guys every Wednesday here on YouTube at 5 p.m. Eastern. Quick plug, but to have all three of us in person in a town like Dallas, I mean, yeehaw, you guys! This is going to be the best time, and WrestleCon is the ultimate fan-friendly experience. Again, like Lisa said, all of your information is in the description. All three of us at once. Get ready. Careful what you wish for.
You guys know it's special because Val lives in the UK, Milton Keynes. She doesn't come down here, so you better take advantage of all three of us being together, reunited.
And it feels so good.
Yeah. Don't miss this one.
Yeah, it's gonna be so fun.
Yeah,
I'm very excited.
So fun. So fun.
I'm excited. I can't wait for all the content and the photo shoots and all the fun stuff that we can get for little outtakes for our, we do our little WrestleMania special, and we might have to do a double episode from WrestleMania week, like the outtakes from the week.
Oh my God.
It might be the whole month. all of
might-
April.
I think a lot of it's gonna have to be exclusive content because we get a little rowdy, so you might have to join our Patreon page.
You might
know?
have to, because listen, it's like if Miami was a little scotch of how hilarious it could be, pool parties.
Oh
you
my
guys know
God.
that. And Dallas is just a fun vibe. It's a very
What a
fun,
great-
vibrant town. It's going to be amazing. I have cowboy boots packed. I'm looking for the perfect cowboy hat. I'm ready
Oh,
to
we'll
eat some
match.
barbecue.
I can get you a cowboy hat, girl.
Yeah,
Oh,
we have a
girl.
cowboy hat girl.
Yes. I'll talk to, like I told you, I've had these hats custom made for my outfits and stuff. So I'll have to talk to them.
Yes, please.
I want a red rhinestone one like yours, since you have
Okay.
silver.
Let me talk to them. We'll talk to them. We'll
We'll
talk
pull some
to 'em.
strings, Mickie. I think you know
Yeah,
some
well,
people.
I know. Yeah. I have Brenda Vega, who has Downtown Cowgirl, who made my hat, the hat that I wore at the Rumble. But there's also 615 Rhinestone. Oh, I got to pull up her. Sorry, guys. But I got to pull up her account. But she made my first one where she cut out and lasered my logo on the front of it, my white cowboy hat that I wore at Bound for Glory. So
What a moment that was.
and I won the championship. No big deal.
No big whoop.
No big whoop, you know.
Another day, another life in Mickie James'
know,
life.
Yeah,
Yep,
like a
checks and
Tuesday for you.
championships, you know. That's how it is.
Championship, schmampionship.
Yeah. Is our next guest gonna be at WrestleCon too?
I
I
hope
hope
so.
so.
Speaking of our next guest, you guys, seriously, I love her so much, and I know that you don't really know her, but I'm excited about this episode for a chance for you all to get to know my friend. And, you know, I figured what better episode than a Valentine's Day special to have Miss May Valentine, a very happy May Valentine episode. Oh.
Oh,
I don't ever feel like I do that right. It looks weird.
She is a published author. She is such a brilliant, like, entrepreneur, businesswoman, influencer, model. But yeah, Brazilian, gorgeous and smart, not from the wrestling world, but has found herself in this crazy wrestling world via NWA. So I'm very excited. And I hope you guys love her as much as I do.
Yay, let's welcome her in.
We love all your
My
guests.
heart look like that. It feels like that's real life.
Yeah, right
What is-
about there. Right there. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's bring her in. May Valentine on Valentine's Day. Happy May Valentine's Day, everyone.
There you
Happy
go.
May Valentine's.
Yay.
Hello,
There she is.
gorgeous.
So nice to see you guys. Such an honor.
Oh,
oh my
thank
gosh.
you.
Thank you so
Like
much
I was-
for coming on.
Yeah, thank you so much. And I cannot tell you, Brazilians are drop dead gorgeous. Do you guys have any flaw in your genes at all? For God's sake.
Absolutely. Way too many flaws.
I don't
We're
think
not
so.
seeing any, girl. We're
We
not.
are way too fiery and we're way too dramatic.
You'll fit right in here on GAW TV.
You
We're so
will.
happy to have you. The honor is all ours. Now, we are so happy to virtually meet you, and hopefully in person we can meet you someday too. But Lisa and I have been lightly stalking your Instagram and looking at your NWA videos. First of all, babe alert, you're so beautiful and so gorgeous.
Thank
so
you.
charismatic on screen. But Mickie, any friend of yours is a friend of ours, but this one is going to be exciting. I'm excited.
Oh, I'm so
Aw.
excited. I'm so,
Yeah.
so excited. May, I know we've been trying to get you on, and I thought this was the perfect week to do it because it's actually Valentine's
Absolutely.
week, and it's perfect.
Super cool.
So fun, so
Yes.
fun. And I was telling
Yes.
the ladies about everything that you do. One of the first things we always ask here is what you drinking, what you wearing. And I'm having actually a 0 sugar Canada Dry ginger
Okay.
ale, one of my and I have on this beautiful pink because we're trying to go in theme with you, darling. This pink turtleneck, if you
I
will.
should have worn pink.
Well, you kind of are. I see a little pink there. I'm surprised. I
Yeah.
thought everything that you owned was pink. So
Everything that May owns is pink.
right.
That makes sense.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm drinking my Diet Coke. I'm addicted to my Diet Coke. And I'm wearing this shirt that I can basically wear to sleep or to hang out in or to go out. or to go to a club. This shirt works with everything, but it's my pajama.
It is. I love it.
Awesome.
Was your cup a cauldron? Is that what that was?
Yes, it's
I
a
love
witch's brew cauldron.
I love it.
Oh, cute. We
That
love
is
a
super
novelty
cute.
class. Lisa, I have to have you go next because you are doing it pure red Lisa style. You're very on brand. Very on brand.
You know, I've worn this before, but we were like, wait, it's Valentine's week. I go, of course, Victoria and Tara wore a lot of red. I don't wear a lot. I just wear black. That's my staple. So I was like, oh no, okay, I'll just recycle this. I've worn it before, but I'm drinking Death Wish coffee. They sent me mini ones so I can actually fit in my fridge. This has a warning that 3 times the amount of caffeine. So be careful, you guys. It'll wake you up. But I'm drinking it out of my cup called coffee. Wait for it. Poop.
Oh no.
Natural diuretic. But yeah, I'm simple today. I got the red glasses, but I'm so honored to have you on the show. You're drop dead gorgeous and just
We
gosh,
met
your
very
history.
briefly. Where was
Yes.
it? I think it was at WrestleCade and LAX too.
LAX,
Couple times.
yes,
Yeah.
Yes. And you're drop dead gorgeous. I'll tell
But
you that.
very
But we didn't get to
shortly, we
hang
just said
out.
hi. Yeah.
I know.
We'll
That
remedy that.
sucks.
We'll remedy that soon. We were just talking about being at WrestleCon and different conventions coming up this year. Now that Miss Rona is kind of getting out of here, we can do some more conventions and meet up more often because I'm all the way in the UK. So hopefully in person we can have a May Valentine's Day and whoop it up. I am very Emily in Paris vibes today. I've been trying to wear more berets because I do realize my favorite season, winter, is going away. I love a beret moment. I'm wearing actually. I will talk a little bit about this blazer. It's from a collection. My favorite blogger is Blair Eady. I believe she's out in New York, and she did a collection for Nordstrom. Her blog is called Atlantic Pacific. And if you look her up, if you love bloggers, she's really into colors. She's into very feminine shapes. Love her. And I am drinking a sugar-free Red Bull because I just can't kick out today. I just was so tired. I thought, let me get a little whoop whoop.
You look very Sex in the City. Very Sex in the City.
Very Sex in the City.
I do love that blazer, Val. That's cute. You have to send
Yeah.
me on that.
I'll take a picture in it because it's got like a nice peplum. But I always say to the girls, it's very awkward for me to stand up because I'm sitting on my floor. So it's like a very weird angle. But I'll send it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yay.
Yay.
Well,
Yay for me.
we're celebrating you, May.
Oh, that's so
I know
awesome.
that
You
you're
guys are so
celebrating
awesome.
your sobriety, and you also
Yes.
just got back from Hawaii as part of that celebration. I was Instagram stalking you as well, so I could see all the pictures in Hawaii and live vicariously through you.
Yeah.
Because I love you.
Excuse me. Yeah. I've been sober for 14 months now, and I initially did that by going to Hawaii. So I spent my first month of sobriety in Hawaii, like kind of the hardest month of all.
Yeah.
So now I feel like whenever I want to celebrate myself and I want to go find peace and just be grateful, I go back there, and then I'm able to kind of feel that feeling of like gratitude and stay in the right path, kind of.
Yeah. That's amazing.
Yeah.
It's
Beautiful place to be sober too. It's like you got your nature, you got the ocean, all these distractions to be at peace of mind, I think.
Yeah, I just need I need the sun and the ocean, and I'm good. Like those two things just bring me so much happiness. It's like I barely need anything else.
Right.
I've always wanted. Hawaii's on my list that I've never been to. I've always wanted to go. Lisa went not that long ago. Yeah, I've never been. I know it's crazy. And I've always wanted to go. But the great thing about GAW TV, May, is that we have, even if we haven't met every single guest in person, sometimes none of us have. But the cool thing about, we started the program in, COVID times, and this is a nice way to connect. But the fans that are just getting to know you for the first time, or they're now tuning into NWA and go, oh my God, who's this bombshell on my screen? Hello. Can you let us know kind of how your career led you to professional wrestling? Because Mickie was telling us, and doing our research, like it's such a multifaceted career and you have so many different talents. So give us kind of an overview of what sort of led you down the path to this crazy world of wrestling.
Sure. Well, I started my career as a writer, and I started it very, very young. I always knew that I wanted to be a writer. My dad was a writer. So I wrote my first book when I was 16 years old. It was published when I was 19. This is in Brazil. And it was a bestseller. So I became a bestseller when I was still a teenager. and kind of like started out a career super young from that. Then
What's
I
the
started
title of that
working.
book? You guys, for all you guys watching, what's the
It's
title of the
not
book?
it's not translated to English yet. Sadly, it's been released in different countries, but not in the US yet.
Well, the
But
beautiful thing is, May, is that we are a worldwide phenomenon. And so they may have it in their language.
Oh yeah, good point, Mickie.
Yeah.
absolutely, absolutely. Okay, yeah, sure. It's called Fugalasa. And it basically talked about like the problems that I was going through as a teenager. It's a very like honest and raw book, and that why it was so popular at the time. So that kind of led me to starting a writing career. I started working for a newspaper in Brazil when I was 19. Then from there, I was a music columnist. I was interviewing bands. Then eventually I started writing for different magazines. I worked for MTV, VH1, Glamour magazine, just like all around the place. I released
Rolling
three more
Stone.
Yeah, no
Rolling
big
Stone.
deal. Just Rolling Stone magazine.
Yeah, I
You
know,
should
I
see
know.
her face, you're like, what?
I've said it like 10 times to girls. I was like, dude, she's written for Rolling Stone. Like,
Yes.
Yeah.
I know
Rolling
you've done all
Stone was
these
a
other
little
things, but
later.
I'm-
Yeah.
It's
I
incredible.
was kind of going step by step, but yes, Rolling Stone is
Oh,
part of
sorry.
it, but it was a little bit later. No, don't be sorry. But yeah, so, and then I released like 3 more books after that. I moved to the US when I was 21 and started working as a reporter here. So I started working on the red carpet and doing different movie interviews. That's when I started writing for Rolling Stone. And wrestling, I actually didn't grow up with wrestling because wrestling is not very popular in Brazil. That's crazy. But people don't really have the culture of like growing up with wrestling and watching it with your grandparents or your parents, you know, the kind of story that most people have that are in wrestling. I didn't have, just because I didn't have any access to it.
Right.
Like what I knew as a child was like Hulk Hogan and China, just like the characters that were very widely known in the world. But I always enjoyed like martial arts and women fighting. I always felt empowered by watching women fighting. And so like 3 years ago now, actually, I was going through kind of like a depression period in my life. And I was watching WWE and it was like something clicked. I don't know. I felt like so inspired. And I felt so lost emotionally at that time. And I just felt like, this is what I want to do. Like I never had thought about that ever before. It was this crazy idea that popped out of the blue. And I literally Googled how to become a wrestler. Like I didn't know anything. And I found a wrestling school in Las Vegas and pretty much moved the following week to Las Vegas. So it was one of those things where I needed something to do and I just went.
Wow.
So I moved to Vegas and I went to FSW, Future Stars of Wrestling. I lived there for like 7 months, I think, in the casinos. I'd live in the different casinos. Every week change where I was according to the prices. Like this week has a deal here. This week has a deal here. Just moving around. Yeah. I stayed there for like 7 months until I kind of couldn't take being in Vegas anymore. It was a little bit too much. And I was drinking a lot when I was there, which is partly why I'm sober now. But I was partying and I was going to school. So I came back to LA and crazy enough, I had been in a Smashing Pumpkins music video. So I knew Billy Corrigan. And he randomly came to my Instagram page and saw that I was in the wrestling school. And he reached out to me and said, "Are you wrestling?" And I was like, "Whoa, what's going on?" And he started talking to me about possibly being in the NWA. So it all went like that, like just happened.
Yeah.
Don't you ever think like when we'd gone through so much, yet you should be like 99 years old because you experienced life, like to have the courage just up and move in a week and then going hotel to hotel, you have a lot of bravery and you're like a super empowered woman that just says, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to risk it. Gosh.
Well, it's
thank you so much for saying that. Thank you for saying that.
Just to move from your home country of like your native language and your circle of people and network that you've taken so long to cultivate and build up and go like, okay, I'm going to take the risk on myself and I'm going to
Mhm.
United States, and kind of have to start at such a young age and start all over again to build new networks and contacts and kind of
Mhm.
do that. But then to like get to that kind of level of success over there, but then to go transition and go like, I want to do this other thing now. Like I want to do
Yeah.
this here now.
Yeah.
But it's all those interview skills and everything that you've learned. And I think it's really helped in NWA as far as your interview skills of when you have the sit downs, the heart to hearts and stuff like that.
Thank you.
Yeah, because it comes off as very genuine, and I can, and you're so, but plus your character is very much, it's like that kind of Legally Blonde, like
Right.
esque.
Oh, I just woke up and went to law school.
Yeah.
I just woke up and
Yeah, like it's hard. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I love it. I love it. It's cool. And it's cool that you have such a unique and different background, because most people
Thank
are
you.
just in wrestling, right? And so that's all they see. So you can kind of look at it with a different set of eyes. So it's really,
I feel like it's been a lot of transitioning. Like, of course, there's so much for me to learn, and I'm very critical of myself. So every time I watch myself, I'm like, you can do this better. You can do this better. So I always try to be better. But it's very different than what I used to do before. And mostly I was also a print journalist. So for the majority of time I was writing. So now I'm strictly on camera.
Mm-hmm.
And it is a challenging job, as you guys know. Of course, like we have so many interviews in one day, and a lot of it is improv and everything's very new, but I'm loving it.
Yeah. And you can tell, I think, you had that kind of star quality. We were talking about that when I first started watching your videos and stuff in NWA. And honestly, like, sorry, but aesthetics matter, especially in wrestling. And the first time I was watching some of the newer NWA stuff, I was like, wow, who's this girl? It's like, you just look like a star and you carry yourself like a star. But I have to ask, you having a musical background, there's sort of some theories that run around about like wrestlers and rock stars are not that different, like in terms of being on the road, the star power, the groupies, all these funny things.
Yeah.
You having kind of been in both businesses, do you think they're alike, or do you think they have a lot of differences?
It's extremely alike.
Great question.
Extremely alike in so many ways. But I think that the difference with the wrestlers is we're all very disciplined people. So there is a difference with that. When you're around rock stars, it's a lot of craziness and impulsivity and trying to get people to follow their schedules, trying to get people to sit down for an interview, and all the craziness that surrounds it, the moods and mood swings and the drugs that are on tour and all that stuff. And the difference pretty much is like wrestling is more structured, is more disciplined, and people are very serious about their work and very professional. So I learn a lot from wrestlers in that sense, because everybody's so professional and carries themselves like so highly. You don't think so?
Well, I can see what you mean. Yeah.
I don't know.
I think definitely in a work environment, like the schedule is different, but in the working place, it's like we can party when we want to party and we can go out and have a great time. But
you can still follow your schedule and complete your matches. And
we're still going to get to the gym. We're still going to do
all money maker, right, Mickie?
We're going to get to the arena in time to like get together and make sure we
a lot of responsibility on yourself.
Exactly.
Right? Like you have to get yourself there. No one is going, hey, you need to be here at this time. You're like, no,
you don't have your manager waking you up, and your assistant and you're this and you're that and your makeup person. Rock stars have like so much people surrounding them, like babysitting them almost.
Right.
And when you're a wrestler, you're out there for yourself. If you screw up, you're screwing up your own job, and that's it. You're the one to blame.
No safety net. No safety net.
Not to say that musicians can't also be very disciplined. I'm sort of generalizing as a concept, but of course there are so many musicians that are also very disciplined and sober and very serious. But just working as a journalist, generally, you're around a lot of like craziness.
Yeah.
Mostly.
Yeah. And I find it fascinating where you were like, you're trained to be a wrestler and you're so critical on yourself. I can't watch my matches either. I tear myself. I'm never happy, ever. But that's the when you take so much pride in what you do out there, you're like, I could have done that better. Shoot, I should have done this. Darn it. But that makes us get better and better and better. And now that you already have that at the beginning, you're like, you're so critical watching yourself. That's part of it. And it never leaves you. I don't care who you are. you're always going to be self-critical.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
I don't think it should leave you. I think once you think, wow, I've done great, then it's like, okay,
Yeah.
you feel a little bit worried. Well, that
Yeah.
was,
Then you
I am
don't grow
amazing.
anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
You don't grow.
You should never get to a point where you don't think that you can grow, because like I feel like you can always get better. Can I just tell a little story to the fans of the show?
We love story time.
So NWA sent me to Nashville to do an interview with Nick Aldis, and Mickie James picked me up at the airport. And I was like, what is going on with my life? Like, that's pretty much the first conversation we had, right?
Yeah.
Her picking me up at the airport. And you were so cool. Like, you were so cool to me. I felt so welcomed at your house. I stayed at their house overnight.
Anytime.
And you're just the most awesome person ever. Seriously.
very down to earth,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
very loving, inviting.
Yeah.
Everybody that she knows, she just treats like royalty.
Exactly.
And like, just
I felt like I
family.
was at home, and I was super nervous about going
And
there.
No,
supportive.
that makes me so happy.
And genuinely, this is a rare trait.
I love to
Unfortunately, I'm a
host.
girl's girl, but genuinely, emphatically supportive of other women.
Yes.
Huge. This one, our Mickie James.
Oh.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
And that's
I think
why
we
she
all
ran
here.
Empower.
Empower all the R's. Empower.
I will say
Empower.
that's the kind of the beauty of this show, is because we're all like that. We always try to lift up our sisters and celebrate their victories and their successes, right? Because we got a lot of people all around us, that's quick to try to pull you down, but we like to lift you up because that's what we
Mhm.
do.
We sure
But
do.
I love to host. I love having company.
Yeah.
Obviously there's like anxiety and stress around it, but it's like a good, because I'm like, oh, somebody's coming to the house.
Oh, I hate that.
I can't wait to figure out what I'm going to cook for dinner.
I'm so rude. I'm like,
I'm
oh,
like,
And then Nick cooked us all dinner. Was
Oh,
a
wow.
gentleman.
wait,
cooked
what?
us
What did he
dinner.
make? What did he make?
It was steak and something, right? I can't remember. Steak and something. Yeah.
Steak and protein shakes.
Yes.
And I'm like, when people come to my house, I'm like, where do I hide my laundry? I gotta hide my
Yeah,
basket
I
of
know.
laundry.
I don't share that. That would make Mickie the Monica Geller of the, because someone ages ago asked who would be who. Monica's always the hostess. You would be the Monica Geller.
So like I recognize where Mickie is right now.
Yes.
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 This is my favorite room in the house.
Yeah, it's the best.
Well, I'm a little jealous because you've already been to her house. Val and I have not even seen her house yet. We
I
got
got
the
the
virtual tour, but it's not the same.
It's not the
Yeah.
same.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my
We
God.
gotta
Sounds like
We all got
you
together.
need a trip.
No
I think
doubt.
We do.
Yeah.
We do.
Well, speaking of trips, we know that you're a busy gal on the go. So what do you have coming up? I mean, this is Valentine's weekend. It's May Valentine's weekend for those keeping score at home. But what do you have coming up that you want to plug? I mean, what else is to come from NWA? What are you excited about coming up?
Well, we have
calendar's not much
the
to
March
do.
shows coming up. We're going to be
Yeah,
going to
Crockett Cup.
Nashville. The Crockett Cup. Is it March 16th and 17th, Mickey? If I'm not mistaken.
The 18th and 19th.
Okay,
18th and
apologize.
19th,
The
right?
18th and 19th.
Something
Yeah.
like that.
So that's our next date. We're going to be in Nashville for a Crockett Cup, and like Mickey said, we're back on YouTube. We have a new show, NWA USA, besides Power, so you can watch me on both. And also I have my website where I sell my autographed photos, and that's myra.diazgomez.bigcartel.com, and you can buy most photos that you see on my Instagram. You can buy autographs and ask for a personalized autograph. And also follow me on Instagram and on Twitter, Myra Diaz Gomez.
Yep.
Yes.
Myra,
ma'am.
you know, a lot of people are going to be asking, is that shirt you're wearing available on Big Cartel Store?
Had this since.
Yeah, right? Isn't
here.
it such a cute shirt?
I sell all
I'm
my
obsessed
clothes.
with this shirt.
All my clothes I wear on our show, I'm like, available on Big Cartel Store.
Big card-
I didn't even think about that.
certain things I know, and the thing is, like, wrestlers a lot of times sell their gear, but like for me, I'm not a wrestler, so I sell like photo shoot worn items and things like that. But
Right.
sometimes like this one that has like emotional meaning because I love the girl who designed it. Like I'm like,
Yeah.
no, that's for me. That's my closet.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm emotionally attached to all my
Yeah.
clothes. Does that make me a hoarder? I don't know.
Yes. Yes, it does. And I'm the same. Like, it makes me, when she says, oh, it's available, I'm like, oh, I don't want to get rid of
No.
it. Like, I love it so much. It's mine.
But do
Like
you guys,
you might want to
do you
wear
both-
it 10 years from now.
Yes, May, you have like clothes that like I have like a real life wardrobe, and I mean sometimes there's some overlapping, but a real life wardrobe. Then you go, it's show wear, like it's show clothes.
Right.
Right. Yeah, I have my whole pink May Valentine wardrobe that takes half of my room now. There's so much clothes. I really should sell some of it.
Yes, you
It's just
should.
way too much.
And when the link is available, we'll put it right here on GAW TV. I want to raise a glass again because we are just blown away. We already had high expectations, and you, my friend, have exceeded them. We're so
Thank
proud
you
of all
so
you've done, all
much.
you've overcome. So proud of you. And please, everyone, make sure you're following May Valentine for this Valentine's week. It was so wonderful to have you. Thank you for being
Happy Valentine's, everyone.
Yes!
Yay!
Love you so much. Thank you.
Love
my
you.
Love is in the air.
This is the word to go, yo, go.